Guess what, people? You may not know this. I got a secret. The secret is I think movie theaters are dying. Yep. And here's why.
And here we go.
And guess what? And here I go. Before I get into it, man, I want you to do one thing for me, and that is subscribe. Please subscribe. I'm looking for my next goal, which is 1,600 subscribers. I can only do that with your help. Also, give me the thumbs up because I know it helps YouTube algorithm. Don't ask me how. I just know that it does. Also, hit that notification bell because I don't want you to miss any material that I upload. I want you to catch it all. I don't want you to miss one single episode of what I do. And last but not least, please leave a comment because your comments I do read and try to get back to you in a timely fashion. Now, today's video is going to be about theaters. Is the theater experience really going to last much longer? Is it really necessary to watch the movie? I know some people are going to say, and I had this big back and forth with Chris Knight, one of the guys that I stream with, and he says the movie theater experience is much better than the home experience in streaming. And I will give you the fact that the big screen you see more, it's more kind of larger than life. The sound is excellent, but I also the points that I say that streaming is just as good. Well, not maybe just as good, but just as have that same satisfactory feeling. So just hang with me for a while. Now, in the comfort of my home, I have a 70 something inch um, flat screen TV hanging on the wall, 3D. And with streaming services and the movies I see, I can watch just about anything that goes to the theater. I have to wait, granted, 40 something days, 45 days right now is the probably is the waiting period. But guess what? I have access to the movie sometimes that same night, that same week. I'm not going to tell you my sources. And they just send me the link. I hit the link, hit AirPlay from my phone onto the TV, and I can watch it. And most of the time, it's in good quality. I can watch the same movie that would go and pay roughly with drinks and concessions, roughly 25 to $30 for one person. I can watch in the comfort of my home. I've even watched it in the comfort of my bed, the same movie that people go out to see at the movie theater. Now, the movie theater in my house, in my town I live at, is probably about 10 minutes from my house. But the IMAX is an hour, and I'm just gonna tell you I'm cheap. There's no movie that's worth me driving 1 hour just to go to IMAX to get that that sound, that quality, that experience. I just haven't seen it yet. And I've watched a lot of movies in my day. Like I said, probably some of it cheap, but like I just took probably about 6 months ago, I took me, both my grandsons, and one of their friends. By the time I paid for tickets, concession, candy, drinks for all them, it was close to $75. So that's just really expensive. And plus, I'm limited to what I can get: popcorn, candy, nachos, pretty much it. Maybe hot dogs, depending on if they have some in stock or not. But in the comfort of my home, man, I can eat whatever I want to, man. Steak and potatoes if I want to, lobster, hot dogs, hamburgers, nachos, chili. It don't matter. Whatever I want to make before the movie comes on, I can get it, prepare it, and eat it right there, comfort of my home. Also, if I want to get up and use the bathroom, I don't have to worry about missing something important or a key part like I would if I went to the movie theater. I can just hit that pause, go to the restroom, do my business, go get me a refill of drink, more popcorn, more whatever I want. Come back, sit down, get myself situated, and hit it. Another thing, if there's some rude, ignorant people that's talking and causing me to be distracted from the movie that I pay good money to see, I don't have that at home because guess what? I run my house when it comes to movie time. I go in my man cave, which I'm in now filming this. I go in my bedroom where it's just me. I don't have to worry about being disturbed or talking. Hell, if I even want to put on on the words. I want to read it. I can't think what it is now on the bottom of the screen. I make sure I don't miss anything. I can do that as well. Or if I want to rewind it, I missed something. I can do all that. Streaming provides all of that. Soundbar in my living room, soundbar in my den. It's pretty comparable. We got speakers in all four corners of the den where the big screen TV is at. Get a box sound bar by the TV, so we can get pretty good sound. Am I saying it's the quality of a theater? No, but guess what? I don't need that theater experience now. Maybe that was something that you could do or be a part of a good experience when movies was fresh. Movies were a main source of pop culture, but COVID kind of show us that we don't need that to still get that same experience, to still watch the movie, still enjoy the movie. And with two big time actors, I want to pull up an article that we're in, being George Lucas and Steven Spielberg. They said in one of their articles that I read, they predicted this back in 2013. And I want to read it. AMC Theaters announced this week that they were going to be experimenting with variable pricing at their movie theaters. They were starting with the Batman and charging moviegoers more money to go see that movie. I've seen prices for those tickets go up an extra dollar to $1.50. It seems like variable pricing may end up being the future of movies, and AMC is leading the charge. Well, back in 2013, filmmakers George Lucas and Steven Spielberg predicted that this would be the future of moviegoing. They also predicted a few of the things that have come to pass. Lucas said at that time, "You're going to end up with fewer theaters, bigger theaters with a lot of nice things. Going to the movies will cost you $50 or 100 or $150, like that Broadway costs today." That Broadway show or a football game, and that's going to be what we be calling the movie business. But everything's going to look more like cable vision on TiVo. It's not going to have a cable broadcast. It's going to be the internet television. Spielberg said they're going to be eventually a day and a date with movies, and eventually they're going to be a price variance. You're going to have to pay $25 to see the next Iron Man. You're probably only going to have to pay $7 to see Lincoln. Lucas jumped in saying, "I think that the Lincolns are going to go away. They're going to be on televisions." So it's pretty insane how these filmmakers saw where the movie business was headed because they're pretty much exactly where they're at now. I'm telling you. Chris Knight, one of the guys I say I streamed on Chaos Central, he was arguing that was going to be the pause, what's going to happen with streaming services, but it seems like it's happening with movies theaters. And like I said, a movie theater is a good experience, but for some families they can't afford it. I know several YouTubers that have several kids and wives and spouses and husbands, and they tell me that they have to pick and choose because sometimes to take a family of five, you busting $100 all in the head. I'm just telling you right now. I live in a small town where the tickets are a little bit cheaper. My tickets usually cost about $10.50, but there's sometimes times towns that it's $15 on up. And then if you get an IMAC going to that experience for a family of five, you're looking at $125. That's with the tickets included and concessions. With concessions, it may be even more because these concession prices are ridiculous. So what once was part of Americana, the movie theater experience, I am definitely in agreement with George Lucas, and I think that I'm here at these theaters. I've never been to one that has the recliners, and you can order food there, and you can recline, even order alcohol. I haven't been to one, but I heard of those in big towns like Atlanta. I think some maybe in California and different big towns. I'm probably sure it's in New York. I haven't seen one in where I live at. I live in southern state, but I'm just telling you, I've heard of this, and it is something that I think we're moving to. Theaters, and especially the backlash that a lot of these movie IPs are getting. They're saying that lazy writing, a lot of pandering, that the stories aren't compelling. So a lot of fans are starting to feel this way, and a lot of fans listen to YouTubers and content creators or whoever they think is whoever they think knows what they're talking about in this industry or in this part of the process. Then maybe movie theaters are going to start consolidating and then only playing and making us cost an arm and a leg, pay an arm and a leg to watch these movies. Because I can tell you now, Thor: Love and Thunder, I didn't watch in the theater. The last movie I watched in the theater, I believe, was the Batman superhero movie. I'm definitely going to see Black Adam in the theater. I'm definitely going to see Wakanda Forever in the theater, and I'm definitely probably going to see Avatar 2 in the theater. Other than that, I can't tell you with certainty what movies I'm going to see because, like I said, I have a source that I can just call. That source sends me the link, and I can airplay it, sling it to my TV, and I can watch it in the comfort of my bedroom, the comfort of my bed, in the comfort of my man cave like I'm in now, in the comfort of my den with my wife. If it's something she wants to see, and I'm rolling with it. So I'm telling you, the movie theater experience one time was the end all be all, but I don't believe it's that anymore. I think it's lost some of its appeal, some of its luster, and basically, man, this is getting expensive. Like everything else is getting expensive. So you're gonna have to choose whether or not you're gonna buy groceries or you're gonna go out to theater, or you're gonna put gas in the car, or you go to the theater bill. It's getting to that point where the cost to go to the theater to enjoy that theater experience is going to be something you're going to have to really shake your head and be like, do I really want to spend $50 at this, or do I want to spend $50 in gas or getting lunch or getting something that my child needs, something my wife needs, something else that's not as important as going to see a movie? So I hope it doesn't get to that point, but I believe it's getting to that point. Like everything else, inflation is a son of a bitch, and people are constantly going to raise the prices and to the point where you're going to have to make a conscious decision whether or not you want to see this movie or whether or not you're going to wait 45 days and watch it on a streaming service that's going to be considerably cheaper than if you take your whole family the night of, the day of, whenever you want to go see a particular movie. So I'm thinking definitely that it's dying. The theater experience is dying. I'm sorry, I didn't kill it. It's the natural progression, I guess, it's evolution, whatever you want to call it. COVID helped speed up that process. Just like I said in one of my earlier movies, or earlier streams this week, videos this week. One time there was a bunch of 8-track tapes floating around here, but then 8-track tapes evolve. They get to cassettes. One time, that's all you can see when you go to the store, music store. Cassettes. But guess what? Cassettes evolved into CDs. There was a time when all you could see was different CDs all on the shelves, and you can pick what you want, put in your CD player, have a good time. But guess what? That evolved. iPods. I still got an iPod now. I can't believe it. But guess what? Even the iPod was replaced by good old cell phones. Cell phones, you can download anything you want to on a playlist and play it to your heart's content. It's mobile. You can put it in your car, Bluetooth, whatever. It has so much possibility, so much more um, ways to play it, to access it. Those things I named earlier. Same thing is going to happen with the movie. This streaming services, I'm telling you, right now, NFL football. Guess what I'm watching on? Prime Video. That's what I'm watching. Now I watch it on CBS. I watch it on NBC. I watch it on the NFL channel. I watch it on ESPN. I watch it on Prime Video, a streaming service. So let that sink in. So theaters, I'm telling you, sorry, you're gonna be something of nostalgia. It's gonna be something nostalgic. Like when you go back and you look at a record player and you put a vinyl record on the record player and you see it, and we're having nostalgia. God, this is what we used to listen to. That's gonna be theaters here in a few. I give it another year or two. It's gonna be Way of the Dinosaur. Just like drive-in theaters. Drive-in theaters are nostalgic now. There's very few of them left. I'm telling you, as time, this like this saying, he who increases knowledge increases sorrow. So the more knowledgeable they get about making things more comfortable, and Americans and people in general worldwide want stuff easy, fast. Don't want to work for it. They want it given to us. They want it fast, fast food service. So they're gonna make a fast food way of watching movies. Watch what I say. You may not like it, you may not agree with it, but it's coming. So prepare yourselves. So if you like what I'm saying, if you agree with what I'm saying, if you're not liking what I'm saying, if you don't agree with what I'm saying, if you totally disagree and say, Danny, I think you're way off, please leave a comment. Your comments are read. I promise you they are. I respond back to you. I appreciate each and every one of you that support my channel. I'm going to keep trying to give this content to you, man. Something to make you think, something to make you say, something to spark a conversation. That's what I'm trying to do. I need that. I want to do that because I want to build my channel. I want to get subscribers. I want people to listen to what I want to say. I want to engage in conversations about what's going on now. So please please, please leave a comment. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. Hit the notification bell. I don't want you to miss any material upload. And look forward to my next video. This is going to be, today is Friday. I'll be back with some more materials on Monday and next week. And until then, take it easy and peace.